Hello everyone, and welcome back in to North of 7 Cards. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram, North of 7 Cards, and on eBay, North-of-the number 7. Here we got for you the 2024 Panini Prizm Football Blaster. 20 box break here for break number 2. Let us know in the chat who are we looking for today. Couple days away. Conference Championship weekend. Philadelphia, Kansas City. Got 20 boxes. Good luck, everyone. So open up our boxes 4 at a time. I have a Blaster exclusive laser prisms. Go first 4. Good luck, everyone. I think that Eagles Commanders game is on an alert just for what can we expect. Jalen Hurts still he had the knee brace on at the end of the last game. How are they doing? What is the weather? I haven't looked yet, but imagine it's probably going to be fun football watching weather, not so much fun playing weather, especially for Washington coming off being in a dome, and that just was full gas pedal the whole time. We're gonna have to run the ball a little more. Eckler, McNichols, Robinson Jr. I just think the key matchup will be the Commanders offense, the Eagles defense. You know, who is gonna bend first? It's the two best units in the game, two of the better units still left in these playoffs. I mean, Bills Chiefs has everything you would want. It's a rematch of how many times, and just never gets old seeing those two. People tried to throw Burrow Mahomes as the modern Brady Manning, but it's Allen Mahomes, and Burrow at least does have that distinction of he's beaten Mahomes. Like only 2 quarterbacks have ever beaten him in the playoffs, and it was Brady and Burrow. Feels like the Bills get to the Super Bowl. It's a legacy-changing kind of win. For the Chiefs, it's obviously going for the history of the three-peat, but I think it means more Buffalo. Can they finally get back to the Chiefs? Can they make it back to the Super Bowl? When the Chiefs, can they three-peat? Definitely different goals and expectations of these teams. Next one, Latu, Baker, Bullard, Wayne, Henry, Culp, Florney, Pittman, Prismatic Penix. There we go, Malik Neighbors in the silver. Nice one out there. Simmons, Varner, Rashee Rice, Shakir, Baker, Jordan, Silver Garrett. Prismatic Thomas Jr. Club. Turner, Welker. Kinstry. Aaron Jones. Bland. Lamar. Gold. Silver Mason Smith. Prismatic Coleman. Pratt in the silver. Slayton. James. Penix. Vinatieri. Robinson Jr. Elway. Hertz. DeJean. Chris Jenkins. I guess in terms of the other unit, I mean, the Eagles, Saquon is a home run hitter at any time. We saw it, and it's kind of what saved them against the Rams. They kind of stalled out that drive and gave the Rams the ball back. Much different story. And the Commanders' defense is not the strong suit, especially for Dan Quinn coming over as the Cowboys' defensive coordinator for the last few years. Definitely wouldn't be what you would call their strong suit, but it can make plays. You know, Sanastrill and Lattimore, Allen, who you just forget that he was injured and just kind of back and driving back in his role. Yeah, it's not it's not a top 3, top 5 defense, but perfectly suitable. Like, it's not really, at this point of the year, it's not costing them games. Eagles offense, I don't think can cost them games, but without having that basically automatic of Jalen Hurts and a tush push, it does change the offensive dynamic because, you know, if it's a 4th and short, yeah, they're one of the best 4th down teams in football. I mean, the Commanders, I think the Commanders are the most efficient at 4th down. Then what do you do on 4th and short if it's not the tush push? Giving it to Barkley? I think everyone kind of sees that coming. Everyone sees the tush push coming, but just based on, you know, rules, it's just easier. Like the 4 Commanders, their game last week, there was only, I think, two drives in which they didn't score a touchdown. One of them was when Mariota came in for the 4th down to do their own tush push, but he was going to pitch it back to Daniels, which was a play that I guess you're pulling out all the stops in that game, but they could have. That play is available against the Eagles. I wonder if they try to take advantage of that. Boxes, Shipley, Prizm break, Kelsey, Bourne, Robinson. Oh, we got Marvin Harrison Jr. Rookie year, Harrison Jr. Darnold, Parsons, Mitchell, Thrash, Fireworks, Baker, Moore, McCarthy, Thomas Jr., Flores, Bagent, Jimmy Johnson, Ellis, Steele, Jefferson, Cousins, Mitchell, Ayuk, Penix Jr., Blazers, Bullard, Blake Corum. Really premier jerseys. Blake Corum. Bucker, Jackson, Beebe, Florney, DeJean, Drake London on the silver, Bortles, McCarthy, Kirkery, Lloyd Otten, Hicks, Murphy, Herbert, Peyton, Swift, Beebe, Travis, Michael Pratt. Next four, I guess. Bills, Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs' defense is what has gotten them to this point. They've scored when they've had to. Their offense has, I mean, I feel like we don't always see this, but their offense has just gotten better throughout the year. DeAndre Hopkins addition makes a huge deal. They brought Marquise Brown in, and I mean, the real playoff X factor, and it's what you save him for, is Travis Kelce. He is not number one in playoff receiving categories. He's number two behind Jerry Rice. There's a reason. You take the car out of the garage and you throw it in the middle of the field, and the Bills are going to have their linebackers to throw at them, and they'll say, beat us with anybody else, but they are fully capable of doing that because the weapons, while may not be the flashy names of Tyreek Hill anymore, kind of just platoon like Worthy doing a Tyreek impression sometimes. He's not the downhill or downfield threat. He's a downhill threat. Pacheco Hunt as a running back duo it's just kind of like Knuckles and other Knuckles. There's not really a Sonic guy. Hopkins, big threat, like red zone threat, jump balls. Marquise Brown and Juju are kind of, I'd say, the guys outside looking in terms of impact, but they're still in these games. They can still make a play when they need to. Even, I was gonna say Noah Gray. Even he stepped up, and maybe he was stepped up more while they were kind of letting Kelce rest up and wait for the playoffs. And really, they hadn't played until that Texans game, hadn't played a meaningful game since Christmas. So that's a pretty decent amount of time off to just then kind of turn around and here's a playoff game against a team that just, I mean, I would say they upset the Chargers even though they were the home team. Didn't seem like they had a lot left, especially after their first Chiefs matchup when they lost Tank Dell. That just seemed like an emotional blow as much as losing a really good player. And yeah, defensively, that's why the Chiefs are where they are the last 2 years. Steve Spagnuolo, who could take another head coaching job, but he's kind of flamed out twice in that. So maybe just being basically the defensive head coach it's got to be a pretty appealing deal. Olave, Holland, Mahomes and fireworks, Smith, Jones, Lob, Turner, Dylan, Caleb, Nealand, Goff, Hype Kittle, Horo, and a Spencer Rattler. Rookie gear in the silver. Conklin, Rattler, May, Gore, Cousins, Mahomes, Elliott, Ufau, Cooper, Silver, Devin Colt, Hype Puka, Jefferson, Pickens, Jaden Daniels in the orange. Orange at lasers, Daniels, Carthy, Lawrence, Flowers, Steele, Arnold, Silver Purdy, Hype Allen, Jaden Daniels, the premier jerseys. Nice hit there, going to the Daniels spot. Oh, premier jerseys, Jaden Daniels. Steve Young, Estime, Gould, Karloftis, Oliver, Gibbs, Daniels, Jalen Wright. Got 8 boxes remaining. And for the Bills, the only thing I have to question at the moment is what are they going to do if they're down? Like the Broncos, they had to come back, but it was like a first quarter comeback, first half comeback. And then the Ravens, they put themselves in a good spot, but then they just went like extra uber conservative. An unnecessary amount where they let the Ravens back in that game when really they had it in control in the first half. And then, I mean, I think you'd also attest that to Derrick Henry happened, which that's never a pretty sight if he starts to figure it out. I think he had I don't remember if it was a ridiculous amount of yards just in the third quarter. And that's when they opened that door back up and really followed them the whole game. The only difference is if they're in that position again with the Chiefs, it's hard to imagine they're not executing everything. If it's Kelsey making that sliding play, or assuming he's grabbing it. I mean, you're usually assuming Mark Andrews is grabbing it too. And again, the Bills' defense is kind of like the Commanders, where they will not cost you games. Like the Lions, they were so decimated by injuries. Like third, fourth stringers coming in, those guys are getting hurt. It was just too much. Like it just eventually caught up to them, and I think we all kind of, including myself, I think we all just kind of ignored it because anyone that they plugged and played seemed to have worked, but not until the Commanders. They really showed them. That health luck is a part of this. That you can win 15 games, but you keep turning around and X player is hurt. That's tough, and it gives now a reset reboot. We don't have to do the whole Aiden Hutchinson should he play. If they had made it to the Super Bowl, I guess it's possible, but even then, what kind of impact is he having? I guess just having him there is better than nothing, but you go, Gary. What you got in this one? Still got a few boxes left. Probably that Daniels Premier Jerseys Daniels. It's probably the best we got. There's an orange laser Daniel. You got Luke McCaffrey in this one. All right, let's see what we got. Get to see any ink. Now we got rookie gear. Rookie gear Premier Jerseys. Really been the hit so far. Monk. Merchant Brooks, Sanders, Bosa, Porter, Irving, Dunze, Diggs, McBride, Walker. Oh, we got the Caleb Williams Premier Jerseys. Number 1 and 2 picks. And this one on the Premier Jerseys. Jefferson, Pearsall, Merchant May, Bowers, Krieg, Lloyd, Allen, Brooks, Johnson, Stafford, Jordan, Jason Bates, Worthy, Murphy, Davis, Lloyd, Braswell, George, Rakestraw Jr., Coleman, Donald, not Darnold, TJ Hushmanzada. Haven't heard that name in a while. Barner, Xavier Worthy on the rookie gear. Is that there for Xavier Worthy? Harrison Jr., Samir White. There's an emergent, Luke McCaffrey. Arnold, Moon, Aubrey, Theo Johnson, Andrews, Rakestraw Jr., Stingley, Flores, Lamb, Saquon, Harrison Jr., Eric All. That'll bring us to the last of 4 boxes. This is where the Super Bowl pick comes. And I think my head just tells me, why would you bet against the Chiefs? I just think if it's happening for the Bills any year, it's this year. So if I have to pick, I would pick the Bills. But it's like it's a field goal game. Could be one of those, just whoever has the ball last might get that advantage. And I think NFC side, I think the Commanders' run has been great. And I would be happy to see Daniels as the first ever rookie quarterback to start the Super Bowl, but I just think the Eagles are built for playoff weather. Well, there you go. Eagles-Bills with an Eagles Super Bowl win. Not an Eagles fan, are you, Gary? Because my head tells me Bills-Eagles. And my heart says Bills-Commanders. And it's not even an anti-Chiefs thing. I just think they're vulnerable like the Lions are. Or, I guess, were. Past tense. It's the logical pick, though, Gary. Eagles-Bills. Probably the best Super Bowl, I would imagine. Like out of all the matchups. Oh, you are? Okay. feel like the matchup we don't want to see might be what we actually end up with, which would be Chiefs-Eagles. Like, I don't know if I want to... it was a good Super Bowl last time, but is that the one we want to see again? Don't you want to see... Even if it was Commanders-Chiefs, which would be a funny just nickname matchup, but like Daniels versus Mahomes, that'd be quite the narrative to follow. I'm not one to be ready to count out the Chiefs, but if this is a year they aren't making the Super Bowl, it would make sense. Like you could go through their season and pick it apart, but they did win those games. The scripted to win Chiefs. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Bills' biggest opponent might be whoever the ref is. I just hope they've caught on to Mahomes' games, but I know they either haven't or don't care. So we'll see a lot of head flailing and arms flying all over the place for Mahomes. Last of 4 boxes. Brees, Portals, Favre, missing the Vikings in there. Leggett, Byers, Braswell, Verse, Gonzalez, Mims, Keon Coleman, Sherman, Fireworks Carr, Clellan, Breeze, Travis, Gardner, Jacobs. There's Jaheim Bell. Jaheim Bell in red. Pink. Hendrickson, Robinson, Cowing, L.T. Lawrence Taylor. Collins, Gary, Fireworks, Harrison Jr., Henry, Jordan, Namath, Stover, Rattler, Schultz, Buda Baker, Cooper, Franklin, Allstott, Dexter Sr. on the silver, Fireworks, Caleb, Phil Sims, get a report at the back. Moore, Najee, Rishi Rice, Max Melton, Stover, Bosa, Gore, Jamal Anderson, Franklin, and Jaquan Jackson. Finish off our break. All right, let's recap. Nicer hits of the break. Rookie gear Worthy, Orange Laser Daniel, Orange Laser Penix, Orange Laser J.J. McCarthy, Rookie Gear Spencer Rattler, Premier Jerseys Blake Corum, and a Rookie Gear Marvin Harrison Jr. And on our back wall, got the Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels, number 1 and 2 pick. Thought the Bears probably flip that now. Premier Jersey, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels. All right, everyone. That will wrap us up here for the 2024 Panini Prizm Football Blaster. 20 box here, break number 2 on January 24th. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Gary. You too. Enjoy your weekend. All right, everyone. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. We will see you on Monday. Enjoy the championship weekend football. Take care, everyone.